Hello again. So it's Wednesday the 3rd of February and we're having a bit of a heat wave. It's 12 degrees and what I've done today is I unwrapped everything. So I've unwrapped my one and only survival redstar. Obviously one cordyline over there. I've got a small canary date palm which I bought last year like for 10 quid from B&M or Home Base or somewhere. I've unwrapped that. I've got the larger canary date palm which I've had for a year, March or April. We also got another cordline here. This is new, this one. I have complained that it looked a bit dead, so I'm waiting to see what happens. So they're all unwrapped. They're all wrapped up under the canopy. I've got some little baby cordlines here which only cost a fiver each. Someone's selling them privately. They've been wrapped up because it's been pretty cold since I've had them about a month now. They've been wrapped up and under a canopy. I've got another little Canadian day palm which I bought at the same time as the other little one. I think they were £10 or £20, I can't remember, from B&M or B&Q or someone like that. They've been wrapped up. The big ones here, looks like it's got some damage on the fronds here, but there's actually growth, there's some new growth in there, so they were wrapped up. I've got a little baby Fortunei here, it's a multi-trunk one actually, which I've wrapped up, but that's got new growth coming out from the middle. And I've got another larger canary date palm which was wrapped up under canopy being under there, and some of the fronds have got some, looks like it's got some damage on it, but it's got some new growth in the middle. So I'm not showing you all the dead cordylines and stuff, we've had enough of that. So I'm ready to rewrap them, so I'm going to see what the temperature is tonight. If it's okay, I'm going to leave them, get some fresh air down them. All my wrappings here, fleeces and stuff like that. So over here I've got a get closer here, Chamaerops. That's been under the canopy. That's got some, you can see it's got some new growth. There's another little young Fortunei, that's a multi-trunk one. Again, that looks like it's got some new growth. Another Chamaerops, another one, and another one. This one actually's got some big growth coming through. They were all under my canopy, which was over underneath here. This is new. Get my wrapping up. Just taking my sheets away, which I was used for wrapping things up with. That's new. My Malibu whiskey barrel. So yeah, so that's all the unwrapping I've done this morning. I said I'll look at what temperature is tonight. If it's not bad, if it's still in the pluses, I may leave them out and see what tomorrow's like to get them some air. So I'm not going to show you all the dead cordlines because we've seen enough of dead cordlines. So I'm going to talk about this cordline here, which on previous videos, you know, I had a pull, spear pull. I don't know if you can see this. I've put some more peroxide. I've been putting peroxide like every week now, and I'll dry that out later. The trunk seems firm, it hasn't gone squidgy yet. And it's the same with this one over here really. I've put some peroxide in this morning. As you can see, it's all bubbling away there. Trunk still feels solid, doesn't feel soft yet, so I don't know if I'm wasting my time on these or not, but just see what happens. So the Fortunei's here, that's got some new growth. I want to put that in the ground where it's sitting right now, when I'm in March or April. Another Fortunei's got some growth there. That's a big one, that's in a big bucket. That's going to be planted in the ground. My plan is to plant all these in the ground this year. Another Fortunei have a new growth. So if I go over here, Fatsia's got some leaf damage. This is about 2 months old, I think. Got some leaf damage. Apart from that, it's looking happy because sun was on it. Torbay Dazzlers, they were wrapped up as my fleece. They got some leaf damage, some frost damage on the leaves, even though they're wrapped up. No spear pull, they're okay. This one here has got a lot of frost damage, and this was under the canopy and wrapped up. But no spear pull, so I did put some peroxide there just now to see if there's anything there. This is a new Fortune I got from Seagate Nurseries a couple of weeks ago. This one there. My other Japonica is over here. A bit of leaf damage, but it's actually grown actually. start to grow. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. So I'm giving everything an unwrap. I've unwrapped everything and put the peroxide in where I think it needs to be peroxide, and I'm going to leave it out. So I'll check the temperature for tonight, so it's like for tomorrow I may leave them unwrapped, but I'm prepared to wrap them up. I'm off today, so I had time to do that. Bought some rocks ready for my bedding area. That signifies the middle of it all. So yeah, so everything's having a little fresh air with some breeze on it, warm breeze. So there, and the Canary Day palms. Yeah, so these little ones, these little cordlines here, I bought for a $5. Someone's selling them for $5. They're only little ones. They've got no trunk on them. I think they're obviously in greenhouses or something because they look longer than they should do. But I've wrapped the pots up because it was being chilly when I got them. Still 0 temperatures, and I put them under the canopy, under the sheets, under these sheets. So give them a bit of air out. You can see some of them. Most of it's still green. These builder bags came in handy as well. So yeah, that's what I'm up to today. Everything's having a little airing out. Yeah, there's the damage. You see some leaf damage and that. But as I said, in the middle of these larger ones there is growth. In fact, all the Canary Day palms in the middle is growth. My plan is to put these in the ground. Maybe put them in the ground and see if they survive winter, or I'm going to put them in those big larger pots so they can grow in and move them around. Canary Day palms are the most expensive things you can buy, especially at this size. These weren't that expensive, and the other one's the same really. I've ordered a Buccia. I'm on Buccia. I've ordered one of them. I'm on a waiting list. So yes, that's all the positive views. It looks like these survived, as opposed to the cordylines, which we all know about. I think with myself, with these dead cordlines, I'm not going to bother to wait till they resprout. I'm not going to wait years for them to go growth. I think I mentioned before, life's too short. And you can buy quite large ones at a reasonable price anyway. So yeah, so that's what's happening today. I just repeat, I treated some peroxide in the 2 cordlines down, one over there, in that corner, and that corner, to see what's going to happen. And keep fingers crossed. The trunks are still solid, they're not squidgy, nothing pouring out the sides, like gungy stuff. So yeah, so that's my update for Friday the 3rd, and here in Northampton, where I am certainly, is 12.8. The sun was coming out, but it's fairly warm, so it's cold. I said, I'll check the weather tonight. I'm ready, I've got all the fleece ready, everything's in the situ, ready to be re-wrapped if it's going back to 0 tonight. Okay, that's my update. Thank you for watching. Take care. Any comments, please leave as I'm on this journey. Oh, the temperature's gone up. Check the weather for today and next 24 hours. It's not in the 0, so I can leave these out for at least 24 hours. So yes, it's 13, having a heat wave.